Hey guys, this is Danny, and today I'm going to be going over my top tips to be good at Treasure Wars. My first tip of the day has to do with snowballs. Snowballs are something that are very underrated in Treasure Wars because you can't get them from just breaking blocks or killing people like you can in Sky Wars. However, snowballs work out really well when people are going across bridges, especially if people are ahead of you. And similar to Sky Wars, they are such a great block because it's all in the air and everything. You have to cross islands and all that to use them. So if we go over here to this person who is currently going across, the fact that I have snowballs means that this person I can just knock off easily right here just with a snowball when I wouldn't have been able to without one. So yeah, really awesome thing to have, especially when someone's about to get away or someone's going to get to your island. If you have snowballs, this actually works out really well on something like duos, trios, squads. I went on Mega just because it's easiest for me to get the emeralds quickly and all that stuff. But it does work out really well, and it's an awesome tip to have when someone's chasing you. You could just run over a bridge, turn around, and just easily knock someone off, and then they'll have to lose all their stuff, which is definitely a great thing to happen. My second tip has to do with quickly getting diamonds. This is something that is really important that when I first started playing, I didn't realize how important it was. Especially if you're in a game with 3 people or 4 people, you want to get diamonds as quick as you can so then you can upgrade your generator over here. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention there. But the faster you can upgrade your generator, the faster your gold will respawn, and will be really important for you if you have teammates that are trying to also go to the middle, and if they die, you'll need armor, you'll need to use it to protect your treasure in the middle. Protect it's really important to get those generators as quick as possible, because if you die and lose all your stuff and someone's using the generator and you gotta wait for them, that is something that definitely hurts you as a team. So running and getting the diamonds as soon as possible, especially when your teammates are protecting, or if they're going to the middle, or if a teammate gets it to get the diamonds, it is something that's really important and something that's extremely underrated. So make sure to get diamonds as soon as you can. My third tip has to do with quickly attacking the minions. The minions are something that the other team usually does not worry too much about. The main priority is protecting the main treasure and also gaining loot for yourself. So that's something that you can really take advantage of, the fact that they're not ready. Usually people think they're like, yeah, I'll save the protecting the minion to the other person, and then it ends up just not happening, and the whole thing just gets left open. Like pretty much it is right over here. I unfortunately do not have the right amount of blocks to get there, but unfortunately I ran out. But if I had just a few more blocks, I would have quickly just rushed over there, been able to punch that treasure and sweep over to the other side and try and get the other one as well. If I grabbed a few more blocks, or if I had a teammate that tried to come in there as well, it definitely would have helped. This is definitely a great strategy for you guys to do to quickly take out these treasures, because the faster you can get them out, the faster you can go attack the treasure in the middle. And usually it takes the teams a little while to protect that as well. So it's a great tip if you want to quickly end these games. The fourth tip has to do with saving loot for others. This tip is very simple, but it definitely comes into play when you are playing with a team. Let's say you go to the middle, for example, and you don't want these diamonds. Let's say you already have iron armor, you already have diamonds, whatever the heck. You just don't need them, but you can always leave them in the team chest here. You can leave extra blocks, you can leave extra diamonds, you can leave extra gold, because honestly, if there's something that you don't need, rather than just holding it in your inventory, you can just leave it for your teammates, and maybe it will help them out. The biggest tip for me in all team games is if your team is a really good team, it's really important, because let's say there's only one member on the team with diamond armor, that's really hard for that member to win, because they can get ganged up upon. But if the whole team has chain armor, has iron swords, is all prepared, has a bunch of loot, if their whole team is just all prepared and they all share stuff with each other, and the whole team is just in a good position, it will be so much harder to wipe out the team because the team can work together. So a huge tip for me would definitely be, it's a very simple one and it doesn't work for solos, but when playing with a team, bruh, I'm so good. It's a huge tip for you guys to just share with your teammates and make sure to leave extra stuff to them, because it really helps out in the long run. My fifth tip has to do with getting a diamond sword. Obviously, a diamond sword is something that all players would want to have. But usually players will, like when they go to the middle, they like to save up all their emeralds for armor, because armor is something that is really overpowered and helps out a ton. However, after the update increase, which boosted diamond armor to 28 emeralds, it takes longer to get it and also takes up more time. It's a huge risk factor staying in the middle with a load of emeralds to save up for diamonds, because you never know when someone can come up behind you and kill you, and you could lose it all. So a huge strategy for me is, and for other players as well, this one is actually something that Miles does a lot that helps him out, is as soon as he gets 5 emeralds, he always rushes back and gets a diamond sword, and preferably chain armor as well, because usually if you have chain armor and a stone sword versus someone with chain armor and a stone sword, you are at risk of dying because you guys are in the same position if they're better at PvP than you. However, if you have a diamond sword and you both have chain armor, you really are in such a good spot. Since you have more damage, you'll be able to kill them before they kill you, and it will definitely keep you alive longer. It is still a risk because you can lose it, but if it's something early on, it's something that's important if you want to gather up more emeralds and save for armor, or if you just want to quickly go in there and attack people. It's a really smart move to do, and I would definitely recommend it if you're concerned or you feel like, oh, I might not get enough emeralds. It's a smart move to do if you ever need help. So right over here, I'm going to fight someone. They do have armor, but the diamond sword is really overpowered. Well, it's not overpowered, it's really strong. So even though I have no armor at all, this person who has chain armor, I was able to take down simply because of the diamond sword. It's a great tip. I would definitely recommend this one for sure. My 6th tip has to do with iron armor. Iron armor was something that wasn't that important throughout the game before the update, because there was something that was really expensive. I believed it cost 20 something. Was it? I think it also cost 20 diamonds to get. Or maybe it was even, I think it was even 30, maybe it was 32. I'm not sure exactly, but iron armor was something that was super expensive and something that most players wouldn't even bother getting because you'd just be sitting at the diamond generators for so long. But now, after the update, iron armor has only been made into 12 diamonds, which is significantly cheaper than it used to be. And also, they have added protection 1 onto the chest plate to make it an equal balance between chain and diamond. Iron has become something of value now, something that can be used when fighting people, just like the diamond sword would be. It's something that will keep you alive for longer, and it's not inexpensive. It's not too expensive. So if you just keep on running back and forth, let's say you're going to get emeralds, you're storing them in a chest, you're storing them with a teammate, you're going back and just gathering gold, whatever you need to do. Every time you run over that diamond generator, you could save them up. And whenever you get 12, you'll be able to get armor and feel much more protected than you would have if you didn't have any, or if you only had chain armor. My 7th tip has to do with a new feature, which is the knockback boomboxes and also the block breaker boomboxes. So how this one works is the knockback boomboxes, as some of you guys may not know, some of you might, is a really great feature to quickly get away or quickly to get to people. If you place the knockback boombox and then jump, it will give you a really huge boost like that. And you could quickly get away from people or quickly get to the other team's island simply by just using the boombox. It's nothing too expensive. It does cost some emeralds, so you will need to have that. But it's such a great feature because you won't have to worry about bridging and you can just sneak over there. Right now, I'm going to go over here with my block breaker, and if I quickly place this before I die, it takes out a huge chunk of their treasure, and it helps out so tremendously on a game like squads or trios, but it helps out so well if you're playing on a game like that where the treasure is really well protected. You can just place one, and it will take out a huge chunk. It will go straight through the all the end stone. I forgot what it was called for a second. And if you have teammates around you, it will help you out tremendously because they'll be able to get hits on it. And it's fairly cheap. And you don't even, if you place it, even if you die, it will still blow up, which is awesome. So definitely a great feature, and it's awesome to have those in the game because it adds such a new level and dynamicness. It adds dynamics and, difficulty to the game, which is so cool. My 8th and final tip of the day has to do with controlling the middle. This is something that you would want to take into, that you'd want to consider if you're in a position with only a few minutes left. As many of you know, or I assume most of you know, the opponent's treasure breaks when there's 10 minutes left. It automatically goes and you're all on 1 life left. So making sure to have the middle controlled, let's say you're at 12 minutes left and both teams are unable to break the treasures, you want to make sure you're controlling the middle and your team's getting the emeralds. Because if you guys, even if like there's only a few members on your team left, if their whole team is just surviving without armor and their thing breaks, if you make sure you're controlling the middle and they don't get emeralds, then you'll be able to go in there and wipe them out. The only reason some teams can stay alive is because their treasure's alive. However, if your team's controlling the middle and making sure you get all the emeralds, you get the diamond armor, and their team doesn't, it will help you out so much when the treasure breaks. It's something that people don't think about because they focus on continuing to attack the treasure. And let's say their team is really good at defending, they won't be able to break it. And then if their team has iron armor, or if their team's all prepared up and you just keep on dying by trying to attack them, they'll be able to come in there and wipe you out. But if you're controlling the middle, getting those emeralds, making sure they don't, like I am right now, when the thing breaks, because our team has been having some trouble getting it, we'll be able to go in there and wipe them out really easily. So that is all for my 8 Treasure Wars tips video. I really hope this was able to help you out. Hope you learned something new. Obviously, there are obvious tips like get good at PvP, learn to jump bridge, go and attack them really quickly. But I wanted to go over subtle things that you may not have known about, just little things you can adjust and add to your game, which may help you out in a huge way. So hopefully these tips help you out. Let me know if you learned anything new. Let me know if any of these strategies help you when you guys are playing. And leave a like if you enjoyed this video. It really would help out a ton. And if you want to see any more tips videos from me, make sure to let me know in the comments below, and I will gladly figure out tips for the other games. I already have one on Sky Wars and Death Run if you want to check those out. So yeah, let me know if you want to see anything in the comments below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.